Um, and I look at him and I'm just like in awe. Like it makes me feel like I have to step up my game and I have to like be totally present at all times because all of a sudden somebody's like at that same level and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't it's funny I described it as like feeling like I am an A student like that I'm an advanced student in a regular class in a typical class
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy for everyone to fall in love with me and I allow it to happen and I am the laziest A student you've ever seen. I'm just like, whatevs. That's been my relationship pattern. And all of a sudden, I got bumped up into the advanced class, and I'm having to work my ass off to be a B student. And the top of the class, that's my partner. And I'm just kind of like, I can do this. I can do this. Um, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk and he
That's
listens in
beautiful.
a way that is teaching me so much about how to be love. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, I am learning more about being love in the past 2.5, 3 months than I think I knew prior to that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. I look at it, I'm just like, I don't know that I've really ever loved another human being before this. And because of the way that I'm looking at love right now and understanding love, I'm loving everyone else around me so much more and so much more deeply. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's such a gift.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Oh, I can hear you so much better. It's perfect.
Okay. Um, it's it's a lot different loving someone from a filled up place. Like when you are actually filled up,
Yeah,
is a lot different from being with someone and like hoping they get it one day.
it's true. Yeah, this is one of the only times that I can identify that I came into this understanding of falling in love with someone at the same time that they're coming into an understanding of falling in love with me. Like
Mm.
it's usually like, I have a crush. I like this person. They have no clue. Or or people really like me and I'm just kind of like, oh well that's nice. I'll take a look at that. And but to actually have this intense draw and this desire that is met and mirrored
Hmm.
back to you and maybe
Yeah,
even more intense than what I think I'm experiencing at moments. Yeah. Yeah, it's changing my life. It's changing the way I'm looking at partnership and but I think you're right. I'm coming from a place of such complete wholeness that I'm able to not focus on all this inner stuff that I work with
yeah,
and
yeah.
focus on what's just happening in this moment.
That's
Freaking,
awesome.
it's freaking beautiful. Yeah.
Allow you to wipe your nose
Oh, thank you.
for you. Hmm.
Sorry, emotional.
No, no, it's good. Um, that is such an awesome feeling. Like
Yeah.
from that from that that whole filled up place, there is like a totally different look,
Mm-hmm.
perspective, and the
Mm-hmm.
feel of return is just awesome,
It feels
awesome.
rare.
I I have been attracted to a lot of women with intensity that I have felt, but something being unavailable, you know, um, and not being returned in a way
Yeah.
that the intensity that I know is there,
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, fears or, um, like you say, not being on the same level, mostly not on the same level emotionally.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I find spiritually too, it's huge. Like to
yeah,
be attuned spiritually. I'm not talking religion. I'm talking like you know what I mean.
I'm
Like
saying,
just like
hmm
that core inner self. It's like my higher self and my partner's higher self can meet and can
hmm
cohabitate. and
Mm.
understand each other. And that takes so much language out of it.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It goes into that intuitive realm, being intuitive about your person, and um, can picking up, senses on their bodies and thoughts.
Mm-hmm. We've talked a little bit about that before. I I find that what I'm noticing that I really want to communicate is that I didn't realize it would take so long to get to this place.
Mm.
You know, yeah, that brings up a ton of emotion for me. I hadn't realized that I'd given up.
Ooh,
Yeah, not gonna cry. Probably will cry.
that is
Um,
raw and honest. I love
yeah,
it.
I'd given up. I had this. My desire for partnership is one thing. My
Hmm.
desire for partnership that sees me and that I see them back, and that this love that we've been talking about actually exists. I'm like, not for me, not in this life.
Mm.
And
Mm.
and that's hard for me to say because one, I'm a proud woman, but it's also because, I mean, I'm not terrible to look at. I'm really kind of a nice person, you know. I'm very
Hmm.
easy to be around at times, and most of the time, I hope. Um, but so you would think that finding partnership and finding love and connection would be simple, and it's been the hardest struggle in my life. Like everything else seems like no problem, but
Hmm.
this has been really hard, and now it's just effortless.
What comes up for me is that the moment you surrendered, you found it.
That's true. It's totally true. I remember.
And that forcing of it and the is what's blocking a lot of people.
Hmm.
And in that surrendering, it's surrendering to I may be alone for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And surrendering to like I have never felt what I know is out there and
Mm-hmm.
I have lost hope. Like being to that level of honesty with ourselves and surrendering, dropping our guard, dropping the expectation, and in the expectation of finding someone is the expectation of being let down.
Hmm. Yeah, that's totally true. There's this because for me at least, and I'm sure that I'm other people share this with me, but it's been this knowledge underneath that hey, nothing's worked up to this point. Everything has an end. Everything disintegrates or doesn't work or is a letdown at some point. So you're
Mhm.
walking into something with an expectation of failure. Um,
Yeah.
what's interesting is that my nose.
Mhm.
What's interesting is that you're right. You're absolutely right. I can actually look at the moment that I surrendered it all. You know, um, I'd been holding uh, this yearning for partnership so tightly, and but then I realized what was underneath of it was that I really want to have a family, and for me,
Mm.
in my world, that means that there's two people, and there's you do it from there. And I got to a point where I'm like, I need to redefine this. I need to be okay with not finding that partner in this life and being okay with perhaps being a mother still and doing it by myself and understanding that I can do that.
Mhm.
And there was such a release when I decided that, you know what? The two things that I want in this world, partnership and a family, it might not happen. And I get to define what that really looks like. And if I don't have one, that doesn't mean I don't get the other. Um,
Right. Right.
totally changed the way my worldview was looking. And then, you know, 10 seconds later, my partner walks in. So it was almost like God going, and we'll wait, waiting, waiting. Really want to give you this abundance. Really want to give this to you, Heather. Could you just go ahead and release and relinquish and stop being so controlling and stop trying to force it and let me give you a gift?
Yeah. Slow down.
Like,
we got it covered.
Stop. I got you. And here we are. Yeah.
Beautiful. I can see you being a great mother too.
Thank you. I will be. I'm the most amazing auntie ever, so, that's got to be easy, right?